There really is nothing on the other side. I thought there was at least a different exit.
There are mini games you can play if you're interested. Question mark? Not really a lot, actually. Yeah, I think that's really the biggest issue with this game is that it just feels kind of incomplete, and it feels like it's doing some things just for the sake of doing them. And I think, but if you ignore all of that, I think this is still kind of a comfortable experience. Not amazing, by any means, but I think it's not the worst. It's literally not the worst One Piece game I think we've done so far.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to top Burning Blood until we get to World Seeker. I feel like I've been here before. Luffy, this is Dressrosa. You're in Dressrosa right now. This is Punk Hazard. You were here last week.
Yeah, exactly. Luffy says as he's like, I think I've been here before, literally Mount Corvo. All right, so since we're going through a little bit more, I'll illustrate more things about the gameplay really quickly. So you have light attacks and heavy attack. Now, initially, these don't. There's not like it's not like Pirate Warriors where there's literally different change in the higher stuff you can do, but you can cancel some stuff freely, so that's pretty cool. Like if I were to do a single light, I can do this unique ending with the Gatling Rush. Pretty cool. Just go ahead and count it really fast. You're not dead yet, dude. Come on.
He's hiding behind the fire.
Yeah, apparently.
Do you not gain defense when you level up?
You do. It's just that I'm not as high level as I could be. I did some grinding in order to make the characters more resilient, so we have a good variety of characters to use, but I didn't have a lot of time in the world to actually do that this week, unfortunately. My goal was to get everyone above level 10. I did not even meet that mark, unfortunately. That being said, though, I know at least the characters we will mostly be using have some good numbers behind them. Hello Dragon, I think, is actually in Punk Hazard. He's in Punk Hazard, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure about that.
This whole level is Punk Hazard. Does that mean we're going to be fighting Smiley at the end?
Possibly. Yes.
The Axolotl.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Punk Hazard, all right.
Okay, so normally this dragon is a complete pushover because, again, the dodge prompts that show up like 12 years before each of the attacks he does. Here, it's not 12 years, it's more like 5 years. If you have even basic reaction times, literally all of your attacks can be canceled pretty much into a direct dodge, so it's not hard to react to these at all. Let's see. Gonna wait for you to drop down on the ground again.
Man, how does this game run at 60 feel slower than the game on the Wii?
I'll tell you why. It's because none of your attacks are easily cancelable at all.
Well, no,
that's literally it.
They've never had that in any of them, to be clear. The gameplay is still the same. It just made more sense on a controller that only had 2 buttons.
Yep. Okay, drop down again. Oh, okay. I almost got the perfect on this thing. I fought it so many goddamn times I can almost perfect it. But not quite. Now, starting with the game off, you only have Red Hawk. Naturally, obviously.
Yep.
That being said, though, since I've gone through and done a lot of stuff, I already have Elephant Bazooka. Yeah.
Grizzly Magnum?
Grizzly Magnum is what I meant to say. I think... Which one's Elephant Magnum?
Elephant Gun is the giant armored fist.
Your meat, give it to me.
That's an interesting way of putting that.
Nah, I get it. Pato here, I think, is actually a recurring character from prior Unlimited games.
You get a different rodent in each game. In the previous games, they were relics of the mystical islands you were on.
Yeah.
In the very first one, the fox that was your ally in that game was the guardian deity.
Wait, it's a dragon disappearing, much like in Delicious Dungeon. Oh my god, that's a funny thing I just noticed. No, okay, so...
They got his lap wrong.
The secret behind all these prior enemies that are coming back and attacking everyone is literally a result of the main villain of this game. And Pato's trying to cover for his ass whenever he's able to. And going back to this now, I didn't notice that. That was it. It goes back to even the literal first level. That's very funny.
See, in the prior 3 games, the way it was the island's magic was tampering with your memories and making your memories come to life. That was why you were fighting visions of your past. Such that after you beat a relevant boss, you would get a cutscene flashback of that character. It made sense in context.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Granted, it's not a great excuse for a story, but it didn't really need to be, because the story wasn't really all that important. It was just about having a fun adventure game.
Yeah. For these giant fallen rocks in the ground,
They're
just go
still
ahead.
using the same plants. Go back.
If you hit him with the square attack, it'll just blow up in your face. So what they actually want to do is press triangle to blow him up remotely.
Yep, those are the same plants from the first game.
Now let me show you something very funny if I'm able to get one to spawn. Hopefully eventually I'll be able to get one to appear. But just something I just find really funny is that, yeah, it kind of works. That money bag that's on the ground right now was a 2D asset.
Yep.
And I don't know, I just find it extremely funny that this is a PS5 game. Sorry. We're playing this on a PS5 and we're still having assets appearing that would not be out of place on an N64 game. Look at that.
Yep.
I mean, personally, I think it's kind of charming.
That's so cute.
It's a cute relic of how shoe strong this game was in order to get running on so many different consoles.
Let us be clear. They have made no changes to these games whatsoever, port over port. The only thing they've done is put the DLC in the initial purchase. They haven't made any other alterations game over game. Out of Context is your first One Piece game. You could enjoy it a lot more, but if you played Pirate Warriors first, you may feel lied to.
I'm going to give a potentially hot take. I think I actually do like this game more than Pirate Warriors 1. I think. I'm still working on that, but regular combat,
it depends on if we're talking about in as he puts it, the context of having context for something or not. Do you have a context for how good Warriors games could be before playing Pirate Warriors 1? Because if not, in a vacuum, Pirate Warriors 1 is fine.
Yeah, definitely. Also, just again, hindsight, how much better Pirate Warriors 2 was than 1. So, time for our major puzzle bits for these levels. The Lost Word Walls. Defeat those clad in anti-poison gear and unlock the Lost Word Point. Now, I have taken it upon myself to go through a game facts guide written by someone back in the day, and I've written down where literally every single one of these is, because I was literally not about to do that. In fact, I was hoping that doing New Game Plus that you would just have the words unlocked anyway, because, you know, you retain your, quote, strong words going into New Game Plus. That does not hold the case for these Lost Word Walls, unfortunately. That being said, though, they're not hard to find, or rather, they're not hard to obtain. So one or two of them are kind of obtuse with how they're placed, so that's why I went through and did that, because Bob does some homework sometimes for these games, kind of.
You know what this system reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me of someone working on One Piece Media trying to capitalize on how the other two of the big three at the exact same time were making a big deal about how important your name is. How Naruto was talking about how important it is that the Tailed Beast have names and their own identities, and how in Bleach, knowing a name makes something more powerful.
Yep. And
knowing a name is core to your soul and your identity.
I don't inherently disagree. I think, yeah, honestly,
it feels like, oh, yeah, those are really cool. We can do that too. I have no idea how, and I don't really understand what those ideas were going for, but we can do that too.
Yeah. We can feed that into our gameplay loop somehow. Now, for context, the whole word system thing, that might seem like I'm just kind of talking out my ass right now. Bob, what are you talking about? No, seriously. Check custom word. Now, words are, in essence, basically skills like in the City of Final Fantasy where you can equip into your characters and give yourself like different ability buffs and whatnot. It sounds stupid. Trust me, I know, because this game was really trying to min-max on the co-op aspect back in the day. But, yeah. Anyway, hello, best character.
The boy.
Hell yeah. Again, he does not appear here in the regular run of the game. New Game Plus is where you get these additions. Now, time to obliterate the field. I had to work for that one.
Nice.
I think some supers are unlocked by just level up, but some do have to be, you have to complete some levels in order to get them. It's kind of baffling.
God, this is so slow.
Don't worry, I can actually hit him out of it. As soon as I can not hit other guys. God, fucking stop it. I will say the lucky thing about this level is that as long as Pato is your partner, he can literally infinitely heal you. So you don't have to worry about dying just yet.
That's a convenient thing to have at the beginning of a game.
This is basically the tutorial level, more or less.
Yeah, no, I know.
Let me do this. Okay, that did actually go through
Okay.
Shaw Festival. That's what it was.
Yeah. I give that 2D coin spinning.
Yep. Like I said, this is some things are very charming about this game with how far this is like if you were to port like Fire Emblem Awakening to an HD console, which could happen. But yeah.
Make a 3DS collection.
Oh my god, it'd be so good actually. Also bypass the problem of the 3DS collection store going down so people can enjoy your game.
Not make new game. Not re-release old game. How's the the meme of the dog with the frisbee? Play old game. You won't re-release it. No re-release, only play.
Exactly. Let me just shell out $300 in order to get that. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn.
Path of Radiant Dawn I do have. That I was able to get for $50.
That's still a pretty good deal.
That's an incredibly good deal.
I
That
got-
game goes for $120 now.
I got Xenosaga Episode 3 without the case for $50, and that was a fucking bargain in 2013.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this shit's rank sometimes. My god. In an era of constant game re-releases and sequels, you think that some of these would be such the easiest marks ever?
You think that somehow, in
hey.
a world where we have every single Xenoblade game available on the Switch, they would do something about fucking Fire Emblem?
Yeah, seriously. This is officially open field.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier when Pato was trying to imitate Caesar's laugh. They got it wrong. They did shwo whoa 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 whoa. It's supposed to be
Yep.
God bless you, Jerry Jewell. And Ryusei Nakao.
That's gonna be so fun to get to this part.
You're gonna love him. He is fucking hysterical in the dub.
Oh no, I've seen bits before. Okay, no, I've seen bits of the sub anime. I don't know if I've actually seen much for the dub before. Which, let me just go ahead and illustrate this right now. This series has the only game that has a Funimation dubbed One Piece game. Unlimited Adventure for the Wii.
Yep.
Okay, also worth noting that was released very early into the Wii's life cycle as well as the dub's existence as well. So some things sound a little bit off, but
January 2008.
yeah. It's fucking insane, dude. Holy shit. All right, so unfortunately time for one of the more annoying boss fights in the game, especially because of that attack right there.
I remember this distinctly. This thing will fuck you up.
That attack I don't think has a prompt to be able to dodge it, unfortunately. And that kind of sucks. That being said, though, Pato is here as backup for you, so for the healing aspect, if you're not doing a mission, this is not that bad. But if you're doing the mission to unlock Grizzly Magnum, yeah, this can kind of suck a little bit.
Maybe it is based on what difficulty you're on. I could swear contact with Smiley gave you a poison status.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, this damage is still even on New Game Plus. This is awesome.
There it is. Now you're poisoned.
Yeah. I actually gotta say, I'm amazed that we did get a New Game Plus that increased difficulty this soon after the original Dark Souls released. Okay, bear with me. This wasn't like a huge thing back in the day where a New Game Plus bumped the difficulty this much. Or like bumped difficulty at all and let you keep all your shit. I didn't see this a lot back in the day before the original, like... They started with Demon Souls, but it was really... Dark Souls really like popped everything off.
I raise you Kingdom Hearts 1.
Critical mode?
Well, there's that, but also more specifically, 0 XP, the level 1 runs that you can self-initiate. Other things of
what I'm talking about specifically is being able to start a game's progress from the beginning, but you maintain all your levels and your items. I never really saw that much back in the day. And I think that is actually a great piece of game design where you can effectively triple a game's replayability out the gate with that alone.
I need you, for the love of God, to play a Tales game for more than 3 hours and then put it down.
I've been wanting to.
Because at least since Symphony on the GameCube, they've had something called the Grade Shop, which is you earn points throughout the game from either being really good in combat or doing things in the overworld. You get a certain score of it by the end of the game. You can use those points to either craft yourself the Ultimate New Game Plus or New Game Minus.
Which is really cool also.
But yeah, no, they've had that since at least the GameCube. They might have had those even further back.
I'm not saying that obviously it didn't exist, but I do like how it was popularized, particularly in that era. So
Also, 12 had New Game Minus. Zodiac Age.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually did not know that.
It had a version where you were also at level 1 the whole game. It also had a version where you could start the game from level 90.
So this is actually one, I'm going to say, much like how I actually am a Dexit truther. I have to say that. You actually do get a drip feed of your crew back every time you complete a level. Sometimes you do get some back, sometimes you don't. Unfortunately, eventually they just kind of give up, and like by chapter 3 or 4, you get all of them back. I kind of wish to actually spread it out more so you're incentivized to fuck around with some characters more, but what can you do?
Oh yeah, they really string you along in getting Robin back. She is the last one.
But that's funny because they give you like 4 characters at once in that last rush, which is literally Sanji, Robin, Brooke, and one other character. Like
Nami.
No, I think Nami comes sooner, but you might not be wrong. Anyway, well, at least we have some of the best characters back already. I say that like I have some favorite Straw Hats. Really, it literally is for me like trying to pick a favorite child at this point in time. Hey, we got stuff, which would be really cool if we were to invest these into building the town. I say, but actually these would be better served for crafting more healing items and whatnot.
If you weren't trying to hold on to some of the iconography of this sub-series without actually doing anything with it.
Yeah.
Those materials that you would, again, craft the pickaxe or a little raft or a fishing net or, a fishing pole or a bug net.
Yeah. Yep, so the rest of the Straw Hats were still abducted and kidnapped. These two don't remember anything. They just remember being knocked out and just being brought to a place that looks like Punk Hazard.
Can you tell from how close they are to the screen that this was a 3DS game with screen crunch?
Could you tell, guys? Again, I will say, the colors do look good. I do think that part looks phenomenal for this game. I think it's the faux lighting on the characters that is the part that looks awful.
It's the lack of outlines is really killing it.
Yeah, much like those guys when they emulate Tenkaichi 3, they always like the lines on characters are always gone, which makes it look awful.
It's like the 3DS Pokemon mod that takes out the outlines and everything looks way worse because of it.
Yeah. Anyway, Miss Innkeeper here also is head of, I guess, of development for the town. So she's trying to strong arm us and brown nose us into into building more stuff. I hate looking at fucking Frankie's neck here. Oh my god. He is more neck than man, dude. Holy shit.
I need to show you some people.
It's like why I really don't like Shanks's
Oh,
look.
you're gonna hate Katakuri.
No, I've seen Katakuri before. His height, I think, kind of makes up for it, but it still looks awful.
No, he's also he's also got that triple wide JoJo neck.
True. So this is one of the benefits of doing New Game Plus. We have bypassed the issue of having to build stuff for the town. Yay, because it's already built. Look, it'd be happening at nighttime, I wonder. We'll get to more of him later on.
God, he looks terrible.
Yeah. I must say, though, that he ended up being a more endearing character than I expected him to be. Have redone the shaders a bit or added more outline system? Yeah, I think more or less they were focused on melding in the second screen lacking into gameplay than they were on actually touching up a lot of the regular graphics. This game by itself is kind of what you get if you were to emulate this game on Citra, more or less.
Yeah, I suppose. That does leave me mildly curious.
I have a story to talk about that.
Did you try it?
No, but I will talk about something. Well, first I'll talk about this really fast. So clothing. Now, again, one benefit of this game, considering that we have the deluxe edition of this game, and because I guess Bandai was just no longer going to bother with this, we have all the DLC added for this game out the gate. And let me tell you,
I bought these all individually back in the day on PS3.
Man, that must have been rough.
Yeah.
What was the pricing like?
I think it came in a pack for like $20. You could get the whole set, but they also did release them piecemeal.
For the record, this captain's code is actually unlocked in-game at the final battle. This is not something you have to get through DLC.
Yeah, no, this is a staple of the sub-series. Luffy gets this code in every game.
I think it is snazzy. Also, kind of leans into stuff. So now we get to the DLC stuff. I think is this from Strong World?
It says right there.
It says right there, right. Sometimes I forget words exist.
In this game?
Fuck, you're right. I'm pilling my. I am being word pilled right now. All right, so luckily we do have some returning from Strong World, so we do get the really snazzy suits.
You were about to say snoot.
Snoot. God, I'm having drinking right now. So, however, there's one thing that does kind of kill me on the inside. We have Strong World outfits back, but Shanks is playable in this game.
That Strong World outfit is made up for video games because he is not actually in that movie.
I believe it's actually promo, and it did not return for this, and I'm so annoyed by this fact because everyone else has like 12,000 outfits.
The first time I saw it was in Pirate Warriors 3.
Oh yeah, 15th anniversary outfits. These are actually phenomenal.
These are done for the anime. They're from opening 17, which commemorated the 15th anniversary. That was the first opening for Dressrosa.
Yeah, we have some of the stuff. So heavy it hurts. I don't believe that with them.
That's also from Dressrosa.
I'm not going to go through all these. Well, there's a lot to really go over.
Not
anyway.
yet. I was going to say, since I'm going to be starting with Zoro, go back to him.
Yeah.
Up.
I think that's probably the better one.
Up.
Oh, wait, that's from, what's it called? Sabaody, I think.
He had a red shirt, but it looked very similar. It was also striped.
Yeah.
Give me armor, Zoro.
All right, sure, why not? All right, I'm not gonna go through all these right now, but let me just say that even though there is like 12 bazillion outfits again in this game, most of them are on Luffy, so the distribution is unfortunately a little bit lopsided. But I will highlight something really fast.
Save it for when we get the back.
Okay. All right. I think I can still probably get the. I haven't expanded the town fully as of yet because obviously there's not a lot of point to, and also I'm not about to sit here and grind for RNG-based item drops for stuff that's gonna give me minimal returns anyway.
Do these do anything? Do they give you anything?
Yes, they are additional shops that give you access to more items you can purchase. Some of them do that. I have never unlocked all of them, so I couldn't tell you if other. You do get a museum that I think allows you to replay cutscenes for the story, which is something, I guess.
How do we activate the multiplayer?
So I believe we have to go into this. Change team. Now, as for actually getting the multiplayer going, that's a better question.
Google?
We can start the level, and I can go back.